Many thanks for joining us again on the newsroom. I'm Victoria Konde, and these are the headlines we're tracking at the moment. Now, officers of the Rivers State Police Command on Monday morning fired tear gas at protesters gathered at the Isaac Borough Park in Port Harcourt, the Rivers State capital. The protesters, who are members of the Take It Back movement, were greeted by heavy police presence when they gathered at the protest venue as early as 9 a.m. Policemen gave the protesters a hot chase and beat up some of them, including journalists reporting the event. Now on security matters, a former commander of Operation Safe Haven, Major General Augustine Agundu, has warned against reprisal attacks in Plateau State. He stated this during a televised interview on Monday. A fresh wave of violence hit the Bokos local government area of the North Central State recently, leaving scores dead and over 1,000 displaced. He described the violence as regrettable and said efforts are on the way to prevent further bloodshed. Now, two leading figures of the Labour Party, the 2023 presidential candidate Peter Obi and Abia State Governor Alex Otti, have summoned a meeting of the National Executive Committee (NEC) of the party. The NEC meeting is scheduled to hold in Abuja on Wednesday, April 9, 2025. A notice issued by Obi and Otti said the NEC meeting will be followed concurrently by an interactive town hall engagement with major stakeholders and other organs of the party. And the national president of the Nigeria Union of Local Government Employees, Haruna Kankara, on Sunday said that about 20 states have yet to implement the 70,000 naira new minimum wage for local government workers and primary school teachers. The states include Yobe, Gombe, the Federal Capital Territory, Abuja, Borno, and 15 others. The NULGE leader disclosed this in response to questions from journalists on the implementation of the new minimum wage with reference to the local government workers and primary school teachers in the country. And in the world of business, Crude Oil Refinery Owners Association of Nigeria has said that the price of premium motor spirit petrol can drop below 400 naira per litre with the current crash in crude oil prices. Curran argued that there is no reason petrol should not be sold at 350 naira per litre if crude prices eventually fall to $50 per barrel. However, Curran said petrol prices will continue to rise despite the crash in crude prices and the reduction in its landing costs. And on the global scene, Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu was in Washington on Monday to meet Donald Trump, who he will likely ask for a reprieve from the U.S. tariffs while seeking further backing on Iran and Gaza. Netanyahu becomes the first foreign leader to meet Trump in the U.S. Capitol since the Liberation Day tariffs announcement sent global markets crashing. He was also due to discuss the war in Gaza following the collapse of a short-lived truce that the U.S. states had helped broker. Finally, on sports, Lionel Messi was on target but on out of sorts. Inter Miami were held to a 1-1 draw by strugglers Toronto FC in Major League Soccer on Sunday. Toronto, winless this season, were full value for their points and created enough chances to have ever won the game. The Canadian side, 14th and 15th team in Eastern Conference, caused plenty of problems for Miami's shaky defense and struck the woodwork twice in the early stages of the game. These are the major stories from our newsroom at this moment. We'll keep you updated at the top of the hour.